Man vs. Magazine.
Hello shooters, this installment of Man vs. Magazine is the Thermold. Unlike most of the other magazines I've tested, almost all the other ones have been new out of the sack. This is not. This I bought, some decades ago, a number of these. This had seen very, very little use. It was almost brand new, but it was not new out of the sack, so I got to give that disclaimer. These were developed primarily for the Canadian Forces. There was a company here in the U.S. that made them also called Wilson. Not the same company that made them in Canada. The formulation, from what I understand, is different between the Canadian magazine and the American magazine. I've never had any issues with the American magazine, the Thermold made in Wilson. I think they've been a good magazine. Let's talk about how it goes versus Man versus Mag. It's a polymer magazine. The shape of it, the ridges are a little bit too pronounced. They do come out of pouches, but they can kind of lock onto each other. And there's nothing really, the ridges here are nice and good, but there's no ridge up here at the top. So it's not really adequate to grab out of a pouch, and it kind of sticks in the pouch. So they got the ribs backwards. These should be less pronounced, and there should be a rib up here in the top to grab onto. Dirt test. This is old technology. I wasn't sure how it was going to do. It did pass 25 drops into the dirt. You'll see that. The cement test. Remember the Magpul failed on drop 4. The ETS mag made it to drop 21. This made it 10 drops. I was surprised by that. I didn't think that it would, but it did. And it made it through 25 Type 3 malfunction clearance drills, and it passed the 30-round firing test also, as you'll see in just a few minutes. So impressed. I've always found these to be reliable. They're tougher than what I thought they were through my testing. So a decent mag. If you like what I do, please share, like, and subscribe. If you have any questions or comments, please post them below. And as always, we'll see you next time. Okay, first up is the Thermold magazine. This is not brand new out of the sack, but very, very, very little wear. I bought it brand new some long years ago and haven't used it very much at all. You can see that there's very little markings on the feed lips there. So let's see how it does in the Man versus Magazine test. Okay, here it is after 25 drops into the dirt. A few scuffs and scrapes, nothing major. So let's go to the cement drop. Okay, here's the Thermold after the first cement drop. I'm kind of surprised it survived the first drop, actually. You can see some deformation just on the top there where it took the major impact, and as always, it seems to be a common occurrence. It lines 2 rounds up at the same time, but there's no cracks, no breaks. So let's do a second drop. Okay, Thermold after the second drop, still no cracking. Some more deformation here where it hits the cement. We will now I'm going to drop it till failure until I reach 25, whichever comes first. I think the failure is going to come first. Okay, this is after 8 drops. A little bit of the top sheared away there from impact of the cement, but there's still no cracking. I'm quite surprised it's made it this far. I'm gonna go some more drops. Got 8 under our belt so far on the Thermold. 9 drops with the Thermold. And as you can see, the little bit is starting to tear away there. Repeated impact on the cement, but it's survived 9 drops so far. And I don't think this would affect functioning, that little bit there. If the brake was back here further, I think it would. I'm gonna try a couple more drops. Alright, I've had 10 drops with the Thermold, and I'm gonna call it. We have some serious deformation here, starting to really thin out. We had that other little chunk break off. Still no major cracking of the magazine body though, which is really surprising to me, because we've got some major bulging going on. Every time I drop it, it brings 2 rounds up there into the same feeding position, or nearly so. But it has not broken. I'm going to call it because of just the deformation on the feed lips up there. I don't know if it'll survive doing the Type 3 malfunction clearance drills, and I don't know if it'll live fire, but we'll see. Okay, Thermold. This is the one that passed the 25 drops in the dirt, and I called it on the 10th drop on the cement due to some of the feed lip is missing. 25 Type 3 malfunction clearance drills. I've already got it set up for the first one. 24 more. Thermold Type 3 malfunction clearance drill number 25. Okay, I'll take it apart. We'll examine the feed lips. Thermold. After Type 3 malfunction clearance drills, 25 each. No obvious wear at all. So this will go on to live fire. Testing protocol for live fire is 8 rounds with the magazine at 3 o'clock, 8 rounds with the magazine at 12 o'clock, 8 rounds with the magazine at 9 o'clock, and the last 6 of the 30 done at the 6 o'clock position. Thermold did a lot better than I thought it would. I've always known it to be reliable, but it's stronger than I thought it would be. If you have these and they run reliably in your firearm, I wouldn't hesitate to keep them in your first line rotation. If they do become damaged, just stick them in your training pile. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Please like, share, subscribe, ask questions, and we'll see you next time.